So recently, if y'all haven't heard, another so-called news announcement from the South Koreans has said that apparently Kim Jong Un is in a coma currently, and you know, take this with a grain of salt because this could easily be a rerun of what happened in April when they said that apparently he had a botched heart surgery and this and that he was, um, on his deathbed and all that. And of course, that could be the case now. But I'm starting to have a lot more feeling that this time around that Kim Jong Un may actually be on the brink of death, and that even potentially that past report from April of 2020 or June when the April, May, or June, I can't even remember, when the South Koreans first came out with their first rumor of Kim Jong Un being on his deathbed. Well, I'm starting to think now, looking into more of these articles and seeing these things about the situation, that he could very well be dead. Um, Even from this one news article from the New York Post that I'll put down in the description, it says that Kim Yo Jong is appearing to take the reins of power amid a claim that her older brother has been in a coma for months, end quote. And as you know, there's really no evidence out there besides the fact that Kim Yo Jong may have said this. I'm not sure if this is directly from her or if they are paraphrasing. But if this is directly from her, this could be very easily interpreted as I am taking the reins of power. Kim Jong Un is no longer able to take the reins of power. He is potentially going to die. And I can see how she can take the reins, but what I don't see is because it's a dynasty, right? But according to the dynasty, apparently the sister takes over power uh, in the Hermit Kingdom. But what I'm wondering is whether or not the people will be accepting of that, because the people have always been accepting of, you know, Kim Il Sung, all the Kims, right? But now that they put a woman in power, what will they think? Not to mention the fact that we don't know anything about her behavior, let alone that in power. We don't know if she's going to open up to the West or if she's going to make the Hermit Kingdom even more enclosed and on itself, even more draconian, and push the nuclear tests that they have commenced since like 2019 and earlier, even further in order to be able to reach the US. We don't truly know what they're going to do. And that is because of the fact that they keep everything tight lipped. It is very, very, very difficult to get information on North Korea because they're always keeping everything under wraps. And it's unfortunate that we can't, see what's going on there. But we can already see some of it that's happening, even with if you look at some of these pictures and videos of North Korea online, and it's just poverty stricken people doing whatever they can in order to survive. Empty cities and streets that were meant for cars, even though no one can afford one. And it really makes you think about not only how privileged that Westerners are, but also, are we doing everything we can in order to help the people of North Korea? Um, you really take that for granted, being able to speak and do as you please. And in North Korea, you can't do that. For example, that one American college student who who died in prison in North Korea, all because he took a picture of poster a poster, and literally a piece of paper or a piece of some sort of writing of some sort of thing on a wall. He took a picture of that and got arrested for it and died in prison because of it. Can you imagine living in a world like that? Because I personally cannot. I cannot imagine living in a world where taking a picture of the wrong thing is considered a death sentence. Where saying the wrong thing is considered a death sentence. Where doing the wrong thing is considered a death sentence. I can understand if it's something really terrible and grotesque, like with serial killers, they deserve the death penalty. They're evil. They've committed acts of evil against so many people, and they deserve to rot in prison. However, these are people that are under the draconian rule of the Kim dynasty, and they don't know what freedom is. All they do is try to follow orders like robots, and if they don't follow it directly, they could easily be killed for it. And I sympathize for them, quite literally, for a lot of reasons, and that's the biggest one. They have no control over their life. There are so many North Koreans, especially with the defectors that have told stories, who have become so encapsulated by this idea of the fact that the Kim dynasty is always watching, and that their rule is absolute, and it's like haunting. Like, your leader, you literally think that your leader can read your own thoughts. Those are the kind of lies that they spout in that country. And it's hard to understand why. It's hard to understand how things like this can happen, and it's hard to understand why the international community can't do anything. But I'm not a very political person, so I wouldn't really know. Would I like to go find an answer? I would, but there's just so much red tape in regards to another foreign country's affairs, and it's just a lot. But anyway, back to Kim Jong Un. So basically, the reason that Kim's sister is taking over is because she's the de facto leader if Kim is taken out, and that's because his son and daughter are both too young in order to become leader of the country. They're both too young. What their exact ages are, again, is tight-lipped under the secret police and Kim Jong Un for reasons I don't understand. However, that's just how it is over in good old North Korea. And I'm not sure whether or not to be concerned or relieved that Kim Jong Un is out of power, because again, you go back to the fact that Kim's sister, Kim Yo Jong, could easily go either way. She could go left. There's a fork in the road right now. She could go left and become just as draconian as Kim Jong Un, if not worse, and lead the North Koreans down a worse path, and probably put North Korean international relations even further in a ditch that's already been dug pretty deep. Or she can go the right route, and she can try and become, not saying friends, but acquaintances with Western countries. Not saying it has to be the U.S., but Western countries, because North Korea has an extreme hate for the U.S., an extreme hate. All they teach in their schools, for the most part, is history. History is the biggest thing they teach in those schools, and the biggest thing they teach in those schools in regards to the Korean War is the fact that the United States was the aggressor, and that North Korea was only trying to defend itself and doing what was right by North Korea, and that all people from the United States and all Americans are pigs and scum and all that sort of crap. Which the rest of the world knows is not true. But again, you could open up a door for a whole new realm of possibilities, which is what I would want to see from the Kim dynasty, what I'd want to see from North Korea. I want to see those people free. I want to be able to, see more people able to enjoy the same freedoms I'm able to enjoy living in, the U.S. And it would be truly amazing to see that, hopefully in my lifetime. Will it happen in my lifetime? Maybe, hopefully. If it doesn't, well, that'll be a long time to wait. In any case, thank you guys for watching. I'll link another of the news articles that I've read into the description. Once again, thank you. Please hit that subscribe button. We're on the channel. And thank you all and have a great day. Thanks again.